Okay, now we're going to convert from the structural formula into the line formula. So again, you want to count those carbons and make sure you know what's the main chain, what's the side chain, right? So let's go ahead and count. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons. And then I have a group coming off, right? So this is my substituent. So be careful that you put the correct number of carbons on the substituent, right? So let's draw that main chain first. So we need 5 carbons. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Now, coming off of carbon 3, 1, 2, 3, I guess I should move this down, right? Coming off of 3, I have, it's really 2 carbons in line here. And then once you get to that first carbon, we have 2 carbons coming off of it, right? So I'm going to have my substituent come off of the main chain. And then I want to go one more. So that's this carbon and this carbon. Now, this carbon right here is this carbon right here, and I have 2 more carbons attached to it. So this way. And it doesn't really matter how. Sometimes when you're doing these substituents, what you can do is you can do it almost like a plus sign. So this and this are the same thing. Doesn't really matter. You're trying to get everything as far apart as possible, but it's not that specific. Okay, B. This one we have to worry about. We have a double bond in this one, right? So we have 3 carbons. And actually, now we know that we're going to name it, we're going to number it from this way, but it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. So I'm going to start at carbon 3, go to carbon 2, go to carbon 1, put a double bond between 1 and 2. And that's it, right? Then we're going to go here. We have 3 carbons, nothing special. It's just 3 carbons. So we go 1, 2, 3, and that's it. So they're not so bad. They're really not so bad. Let's see, what's the next thing we wanted to do? Oh yeah, the name to the line. That was the other one I wanted to do. So that was 31. Draw a line formula for each of the following names. So look at A. We have 4-ethyl, 2-methyl hexane. Hexane tells us 6. Right? And we know a methyl group is only 1 carbon, and an ethyl group is 2 carbons. So let's try to draw A. So I know I'm going to need something 6 carbons long. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So you got to know which carbons these side chains are coming off of, because we did the parent hexane. So now coming off of carbon 2, I have a methyl group. So I have to count my carbons. 1, 2. Coming off of 2, I have a methyl group. Okay, so I did that. Now coming off of 4, 3, 4, I have an ethyl group. So an ethyl group, that's 1 carbon, is 2 carbons. Okay. B. 2,3 dimethyl hexane. So we still have hexane, so we still have 6. So it's the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So now, what are we going to do with this? Now we need to look, and methyl, we remember that is only 1 carbon. I'm going to put it on carbons 2 and 3. So we're going to number them 1, 2, 3. You can keep numbering, but these are the only ones you need, right? So on 2, we're going to put a methyl. And then, I should put my 3 to the other side. And on 3, I'm going to put a methyl. Okay. All right. C. 3,3 dimethyl hexane. Again, our parent is 6. So they kind of made it easy on us. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to count. I'm going to say, okay, on carbon 3, I have 2 methyl groups. So I'm going to go carbon 1, carbon 2, and then here's carbon 3. Now, there's 1 or 2 ways that you could draw this, and it's the same, and it's really the same thing. I'll show you the best way, but anyway is fine. We're going to put 2 groups on this third carbon. So I'm going to erase. So here's one methyl, and here's the other methyl. So the way that I do this, I just extend the lines that are already there. And I know that this is a methyl and this is a methyl. The other way that some people will draw it is you'll draw it one down this way. But this orientation is really only if you have 3 groups attached. But here you really have 4. So you would have to do this. So either one of these would be fine. This one's more realistic. Okay, D, 3-ethyl pentane. So pentane, we only have 5 now, right? And ethyl is 2. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now I'm looking for carbon 3. 1, 2, there's carbon 3. So now I'm going to come down with an ethyl. So that's 1, 2, because an ethyl group is too long. Okay. So that should be pretty good. That takes you through going 2 lines from a bunch of different things.